Hello, everyone. I hope everyone's having a good afternoon. We're going to get started. My name is Joe Ely. I'm a registered rep here at Lightspeed, and our free webinar today is New and Advanced Features of Trading Options on the Lightspeed Trader platform. So we're going to go through a few slides, then I'm going to bring up the trading platform, show you all the different features available on the Lightspeed Trader platform. Also want to pull up our website so that you can see what we offer and the commission rates. So before we get started, I do have to read the disclaimer. This presentation is for informational purposes only. Nothing presented today should be construed as investment advice or a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any security or contract. Since we don't know everyone's investment objectives or risk tolerance, we are not endorsing any specific trading strategies. Security, derivative, and futures trading involves the substantial risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Each investor must consider whether this is a suitable investment, since you may lose all or more than your initial investment. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Lightspeed is a division of Lime Brokerage LLC. Lime Brokerage LLC is not affiliated with these third-party market commentators, educators, or service providers. Data, information, and material are provided for informational and educational purposes only. This content neither is nor should be construed as an offer, solicitation, or recommendation to buy or sell any securities or contracts. Any investment decisions made by the user through the use of such content is solely based on the user's independent analysis, taking into consideration your financial circumstances, investment objectives, and risk tolerance. Lime Brokerage LLC does not endorse, offer, nor recommend any of the services or commentary provided by any of the market commentators, educators, or service providers, and any information used to execute any trading strategies are solely based on the independent analysis of the user. Okay. So next slide. Again, my name is Joe Ely. My email address is posted here. If you have any questions about opening an account or trying a demo of the Lightspeed Trader software, please reach out to me. Email is jely@limebrokerage.com. In case I forget, please do remind me, because I have been known to forget every once in a while, but we will hold a random drawing at the end of the event to give away one Lime Brokerage bag here. So that'll happen at the end of the webinar. Only people that are still present are eligible to win. Okay. Now with that said, let's see, I'm going to pull up the Lightspeed website really quick. I just wanted to show a couple of things on the Lightspeed website. So this is our homepage. Just want to go to pricing quickly. You go to commission. Since we're talking about options, we'll pretty much focus on that. But for stocks, we offer per share and per trade. Rates go down. The more active you are, the lower the rate is. Options start at 60 cents per contract with $1 minimum. And the more active you are, the lower the rate, all the way down to 20 cents per contract. On the Lightspeed Trader website, if you go to resources, you can watch a recording of this webinar. If you go to live webinars, it'll be posted within a couple of days. You can see recordings of live webinars plus a calendar of upcoming webinars. If you go to Lightspeed Trader, you can find some really good basic information, download and install files, Lightspeed manuals, FAQs, and whatnot. Under resources, you go to Lightspeed Trader trading tutorials, and these are 1 to say 3 minute videos, all with specific topics. So if you scroll through these videos, you can see if any of them apply to something that you're interested in, and you can learn how to use some of the features of the platform. We also have trading basics. And I think that's all the basic information that I really wanted to show you right now. If you want to open an account, obviously you click on Open Account. You fill out the form, you hit Submit. You want to try a demo, click on the Try a Demo. Ooh, that's strange that happened, but click on Try a Demo, and you can sign up for a demo of the Lightspeed Trader platform. All right, so I'm going to pull up Lightspeed Trader right now. It should pop up there. So this is a basic options setup. I'm going to minimize some of these windows here. Let's see. There we go. So this is a one-page options setup. We have your orders window, positions, your account summary. We've got a ticker alert, messages window. Having the messages window open is important because it does give you information about orders that you placed and your connection. So having that open is important. We got a box here for hot buttons. We have an equity level 2, time and sales, equity order entry. Same thing for options, options level 2, simple order entry, time and sales. We have options chain right here. We got a chart. And then I'm going to open up more windows later, but this is just a very basic one monitor options setup. I'm sorry, I'm pulling up the outline. I just want to make sure that I cover everything that we said that we were going to cover. There we go. So if I can get some feedback, that'd be great. If you are currently a Lightspeed customer, in the questions window, can you type in a number 1? That's if you're a current Lightspeed customer. And if you are not a current customer, type in number 2. Just curious to see what makeup we have of everyone that's attended. All right, it's a good mix, but I would say the vast majority are existing customers. So that's interesting to know. And do type in questions. I will try to answer all the questions as I go through the different material. One question that came through, are you able to attach windows to other monitors? Yes, you can move, you click on this bar, you can move any specific window to any monitor that you want. You can customize your layout, save your layout. You can save multiple pages and so forth, but it's very customizable. So this is a basic layout. So once you have everything set up the way that you want, you would go to layout and then save layout as, and then you can save that particular layout. So I might, name it options Joe, and then hit save. That saves the layout, and I really suggest going to layout, save layout as, and then saving it to your actual computer. So choose your desktop and then save it there. That way you can always find it when you need it. So anytime you make any significant change, I would definitely save your layout to your computer, to your desktop, or a specific folder on your computer, so that if you need it at a later time, you can always refer back to it. And you can save multiple different layouts and load them as you need it. You can also go to predefined layouts. If you go to layout, load predefined, there's 3 different layouts available. So I'm gonna choose this first one here. It's just gonna load a very basic equity layout. Go back to layout, load predefined. We have a different layout, and then I'm gonna load the layout that I just saved here. Let's see. Okay. Now that's layouts. You can also have different pages within a layout. So if you go to page, this, for whatever reason, saved as equity page, but you can create a new page within your layout. So if I go to add new page, we'll just call it Joe page 2 and click OK. It's going to give me a blank screen, and then I can create any layout that I want. Windows that you want to open, you always go to new and then choose the window that you want to add, and then you can build a brand new page within that layout. right? So here I've added an options level 2 in a chart, and that is on Joe page 2. Now if I click back to equities page, it pops up this previously saved page that I have within my layout. Now you can move back and forth between pages and layouts by using the mouse like I just did, or you can set up hotkeys, keyboard functions to move between pages and layouts. So to do that, you click on the settings wheel in the upper right-hand corner, you go to keyboard, and then this drop down right here, these are all different hotkeys, keyboard hotkeys that you can set up. So if you go to non-trading function keys, there's all sorts of different functions that you can set up a hotkey for. So this one is very popular, next symbol, as an example. If you have a list of 5 or 10 different stocks that you're trading and you want to keep rotating through on the level 2, you can set up a hotkey. For example, Shift 2. You click Map. Now Shift 2 is linked to update the next symbol. It's very, very handy for people that use the keyboard to enter orders. Also, let's see. There's one to change your layout or change your page. It's in here. You have to go through them all and find it. But there's one in here that will change your layout or change your page. Here's another one, exit program. Sometimes people like that. They don't, for whatever reason, don't feel like clicking on the X. You can, have Control X be exit the program. There's all sorts of different function keys available. So if again, you went to the settings wheel, you go to keyboard, and then this drop down here, you have about 6 or 8 different choices. There's miscellaneous size orders, close out entire position orders, and whatnot available. So the other window available that a lot of people use is the complex options order entry. So you would go to new and then complex options order entry. I already have one here. Let's see. Oh, that's most active. Let's see. Here we go. So here's a complex options order entry. Just going to use the space here and cover that up. So on your options chain, if you click on an option and you hold down the control button, you can select 2 options and then right click on it and then go to add option strategy to the order entry. We'll do debit spread, and then it populates your complex options order entry window with the 2 options that I highlighted on the chain. Again, you hold the control key and then click on the 2 options that you want. It added it to the order entry here. And you can change, once it's populated here, you can change, the criteria. If you want to change the strike price, you can do that. You notice it puts the options graph, the options risk graph on the bottom. If you want to change, to 2 sells, you want to change to, the other way around as far as your sell and your buy, you can do that, and then it's going to graph the risk analysis for you and the break-even point. Anyone have questions so far? I'm going to pull up the questions. Let's see. Are there charts for options? No, unfortunately, there's not charts for options right now. Someone says, can you place buy and sell orders? Yeah, so that's probably the, one of the more basic things, but so on a options level 2, which is this window right here, this is the simple options order entry at the bottom. This is where you would enter a single leg option. So if you want to buy or sell it, you would just click buy or sell here. And of course, you can change the option that you're looking at. So you would choose the expiration, choose the strike price, choose call or put, and then you would hit buy or sell. You can change your quantity, change your price. If you click on a price on the window, it populates the price there. So right now, this option say is 136 by 144. If I want to just buy it at the ask, I click on 144, it populates 144, and then I hit buy. If I wanted to place an order so it posted, somewhere between the bid and ask, I would just change the price down to $1.40, for example, and then hit buy. I'm going to hit buy now. Confirmation window pops up. I don't know if you guys can read that, but it just goes over the details of the order. Buy on the smart route, 6 contracts for the February 14th Apple 302.5 put. It's a limit order at $1.40. Shows the inside bid ask, good for the day, and my buying power requirement. Hit yes, and the order goes live. Since this is a demo, it just filled automatically. So here in my orders, you see the order that I placed. Quantity, it says 6 contracts were done out of 6 cents. Price is $1.37. And then in my positions window here, you can see, I have to make this one wider, but you can see my position here. Buying power gets updated obviously real time. This is a demo, has 250,000 minus the 3,228 that option took out, and that leaves me with the remaining buying power, 246,712. Someone says they're currently using Sterling. What's the main difference between Lightspeed Trader and Sterling? People ask that all the time, and it's really user preference. There's really not that much different between the two. Both are very fast, stock and options platforms. Sterling probably has a little bit better charting functionality than Lightspeed Trader. Lightspeed Trader is sufficient for most traders. Some people want a more advanced charting package. Sterling does provide that. Other than that, it's really just a different platform. It just looks different. The windows are different, but primarily it's doing the same thing. Someone asks, do you have a safeguard that if I'm disconnected from the internet, you close my open positions? I'm not sure if that is available or not. If you email me, email is jely@limebrokerage.com. I'll find the answer out for you. I think it is possible on the Lightspeed Trader platform. I know that there definitely is a function in the platform that will cancel open orders. So if you have open orders that are not filled, it'll cancel those. I don't think there's anything available to close out positions, but I'm not 100% sure. More questions. Got a lot of questions. Someone says they have equity set up, but they're unable to find the windows for options pricing. You have to subscribe to options pricing. So if you haven't subscribed to it, you would have to request that. You would email service@limebrokerage.com, and they could have the options quotes added for you. And if you do want to trade options, you do have to fill out an options agreement. So those are 2 different things. One is having the data added, and the second is the options agreement to actually trade options. But if you do already have the data, you already have the ability to trade options, you go to new, and then you can find the options windows available. Jay asks, is this options layout available as a standard predefined layout? Yes, it is. It's the 3rd one on the choice here. You go to layout, predefined layout, and then this 3rd one here, that gives you the options basic layout. Few people have asked the same question about charts. There are no charts on Lightspeed Trader for options. Can you enter limit orders away from the market? Yes, if you wanted to, sell an option above the current price. So right here on this option level 2, this Apple contract, it's 136 by 144. You could put in a trade to sell, at a $1.75 limit, and that order will sit there for the day. And if it goes up to your price of $1.75, it will execute. Is Lightspeed compatible with a Mac? Yes, we do have a version for Macs. There have been recent changes to the Mac operating system, so I know that there have been some people with issues with using a Mac on Lightspeed Trader. So I'm not sure, I wouldn't recommend using it right at this time. Definitely test it out on a demo before you sign up, but we do offer Lightspeed Trader for a Mac. Someone wants to know if you can tie other charting packages into Lightspeed Trader. Typically, I would say no. I know that Trade Ideas does link to Lightspeed Trader. For the most part, other charting packages do not link to Lightspeed Trader. Someone's asking about options hotkeys. We'll get to that in a little bit. What is the ticker for VIX? Again, please email me. It's definitely available, but I'm not certain what it is. JELY@linebrokerage.com. Let's see. So some of the other windows questions have come up. I'll just open those up right now. So there's block trades, options block trades. I open this window during the day because if I opened it now, it's only going to show me block trades that occur now. Since options aren't trading, it would be completely blank. But this is options block trades. It's a scan in the system. So if you go to new and then go to, where is it? We have options most active, and then somewhere in here there's a options block trades, and that launches this window here. We also have options most active. So this is a window, again, you go to new, options most active, and then that launches these different scans. So you have options most active, options with the most unusual volume, most active underliers, imbalanced underliers. So there's I don't know, about 8 different scans on options available in this window. You just choose what you want by clicking on this drop down and then click on any one of these here. Now, if I click on one of these, I'm not sure if it'll populate because options aren't trading now, but that is where you would find it. So I'm going to cover more of the material we have here and then get back to some of these questions. How to set options defaults. So if you right click on any window in Lightspeed Trader, you go to settings, you can set up your default or the particular settings for that window. So default layout, you can hide or show trade prints, show your positions, tickets, whatnot, order entry settings. So you can set, say for example, you always trade 10 contracts. You can set your default quantity to 10. You can set a default options route. We offer multiple different options order routes. SMRT, that is our smart route. And that's typically the least expensive route to choose. If you direct route to, say, NASDAQ, for example, to execute your options trade, you are going to pay an additional fee because you're direct routing, and they're going to charge more. But if you use the smart route, that is the least expensive. You have a default order type. I suggest using a limit, but you could use market, and you could set it for stop limit if you'd like. Time and force, obviously options would just use day meaning 9:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. Default order price, you can have the order price automatically set to the bid, ask, or none. You have to click on a price in order to load it. Set the order quantity. This is a good check box to have checked from click on position. So if you click on your position, it's going to load how many contracts you have into the order entry window for you so that you can close it out if you'd like. And then there's other different settings. For example, this cancel button, you can have the cancel button cancel your last order or cancel all your orders. Style, you can change the font, the color, the design, and whatnot. Layout, you want different information in the top section of your options level 2, the level 1 section. You click on any of these data fields and you can add it to this grid, and then it'll populate on the level 1 section of the options. Hot buttons. These are specifically hot buttons for options. Hot buttons and hotkeys for options are different than for equities. So you have to set up options, hotkeys, and hot buttons directly through the options level 2 screen. So on a standard equity hot button or custom command or hotkey, you would set it up through the main settings window here. You'd go to custom orders, but for options, you have to do it through the options level 2 screen. So we click on the settings window, we go to commands, and then commands, these are hotkeys. So you can set this hotkey up as you choose. So we're going to set up one here. I'm just going to set up a basic one. Buy, we're going to use the smart route, limit, time and force is day. These two sections here, with position to close, without position to close. So without a position to close, meaning I don't have a position in that particular option contract right now, I'm going to set that to 5. So that means I'm getting into a new position. I want to get in with 5 contracts. Now, if I have a position, do I want the system to recognize that and set it to close out my full position? For example, half my position, quarter my position. You can set it on full position, or if you don't want to use this particular hotkey to close out positions, you go up to and you choose 0. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Your command action, either it's going to send the order ticket, send to order ticket, meaning that it's going to populate the order ticket and not actually send the order to the exchange, or send to market. That means send the order exactly to the, as you have to the market. You give it a name. We're going to say buy 5. Buy 5. We're just going to say limit. I'm going to click add. And then OK. And now let's see. And that has the hotkey set up. Hot buttons. So if we click on hot buttons, you see this hotkey that I just created here. Click on the name that I just created, buy 5 limit. Click add. We can change the color of the button if we want, and just make it green. And then we have an options hot button set up. I see a lot of questions coming through. Let me see if I can find where we left off. Questions about general data. So on the options chain, for example, right? We open this up, make it a little bigger. If you right click on the columns section here, you go to change columns. This is where you can add things like the Greeks or other basic information. So again, you right click on the column header, you go to change columns. From this window, if you go to level 1, that provides basic level 1 data, open, last time, inside depth, inside market, blah, blah, blah. A lot of different level 1 options available for data. If you choose Greeks, this is where you're going to find delta, gamma, rho, theta, and whatnot. So if you want to add just delta, for example, we'll click on delta, click add, click OK, and that adds the delta column to my options chain. Someone asks if there's a money manager feature from which multiple accounts can be traded. There really is not a money manager feature available on the Lightspeed Trader platform, but we do offer it on other platforms. So if you are interested in that, email me. It's jely@limebrokerage.com. I'd be glad to help you with that. Someone asks about, spreads, butterflies, condors. How easy are they to enter? For people that are knowledgeable about trading options, it's very easy. You click on strategies, and here you can choose any one of these strategies available. And enter the orders. So you can add multiple legs, so right here, there's 2 legs on this complex options order entry. I could add, a third one, and so there, now I have, I'm selling a call, buying a call, and buying a put. And then, on this side, you would just hit go. As soon as you hit go, it sends the order. It also calculates how much money you're whether it's a credit or a debit, whether you're going to pay or receive funds. You can add an equity leg. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here a little bit. You can add an equity leg to this group of trades as well. There's also a reverse button, which comes in handy. Jay asks, he has hotkeys defined for equities. Do they interfere with options hotkeys? They are separate. They are completely separate. Anyone else have questions? So someone asked about hot buttons. So I should be able to add, let's see. So here's your hot buttons window. Once you have a hot button set up, you right click on the hot buttons window, you go to add orders, and then here this buy 5 limit, click add, and that added the options hotkey that I had created previously. You just click on the button and it sends the order. Someone asks, is there historical pricing data for options? Not really, no. I mean, you're not going to see historical data. If I have not answered your question, please do type it in. I definitely tried to get to all of them, but I'm sure I missed a few, and we'll try to get to all of them before we end here tonight. So some of the other basic features on the platform, I'm going to minimize some of these windows here. Let's see. So on my positions window, you still see I have the 6 contracts of this Apple option. If you right click on any position, you can go to close out this specific position, 100%, 75, 50, 25%, and it's going to send a closeout order for whatever percentage you choose. If you choose closeout all, you can close out every position you have, same thing, 100, 75, 50%, 25%. You can close out all long positions, all short positions. This is a really, if you're trading, 4, 5, 10 different positions and something happens in the market, you want to get out quickly. You could, if I had five positions here, I'd right click, close out all 100%. As soon as I click that, it sends orders to close out all my positions, whether it's a stock or an option. Someone asks, how do I set a GTC order price target and stop with one cancel the other? That's not really available. What is available on the system is you can set it up. So say you're long 6 option contracts, you could set a target and a stop. So I could set up a target to sell this option contract at, these 6 contracts at say $2, and then I could put a stop. You'd have to do it separately. Then I'd do a separate stop, say at 99 cents if it goes below 99 cents to close out the position. There's a checkbox that says close open orders when your position is flat. I think it's under trading. Let's see. Yeah. So to have like an OCO type effect, you have to enter the 2 orders. So you enter your target, you enter your stop, and then you have this setting set. So you click on the settings wheel. You go to trading, then cancels. And then this checkbox here, cancel pending orders when position is closed, right? So if you have that checked off and the option contract hits your target, you still have that stop order out there. Once this box is checked, it's going to cancel that other order for you. Here's another checkbox. We kind of talked about this before. Cancel all but GTC orders on the market close. So if you have any day orders, you want them canceled, check this off, and it's going to cancel your day orders. There is not historical pricing data for options. Someone asks, I'm not sure what you're referring to. If you could retype the question, you ask active trader tab for options using Lightspeed. What is the question there? Some of the other real basic features on the platform that are kind of nice. I have this watch list set up in the upper right-hand corner. If I double click on a position or a symbol in this watch list, I have it set up so that it populates all of my different windows. It populates my stock level 2, my options level 2, my options chain, and my chart. A lot of times, I've had this question multiple times. So if you notice when I click on, Intel here, everything populates, but then this option level 2 is blank. People have said, oh, I have it open, but it's not giving me any data. You do need to select the actual contract from the drop down in order for the data to populate. All right, let's see. What resolution is the best for the platform? It really depends on your monitor size. I mean, you have to test it out. Another question, any window that can show when 1,000 shares or more of a stock trade in a single order? Yeah, I mean, that's block trades. So if you go to new, excuse me, block trades, here we go. So this is block trades, and if you right click on it, you can set up your specific filters. Shares, if you want, you know, a minimum, a maximum, or both. Option contracts, the same thing. And the price, you know, if you only want to see stocks over $5 or over, you know, $10 or whatnot, you can set a minimum or maximum price. But here's where you would set up your criteria, and then it's going to show you all stock and option trades over, you know, your criteria there. Someone just put in a question about Tesla, so I just pulled it up there. 649. You know, I think I've really covered all of the information that I had for you guys. Showed you all the basics for options trading. Wanted to know if you had any other questions. All right. Well, I think that's pretty much everything. We do have this duffel bag to give away. Oh, I see another question or two here. Jay asks, can we set up an order to close an option based on the underlying equity price? You know, I don't think that is available. Trying to think if I've seen that anywhere. Yeah, it's only based on the option price. Someone asks, is there an active trader tab for options? Can you clarify what you mean by that? What is an active trader tab? Okay, well, I guess they're not going to clarify. But if you do hear me and have that question, you can email me. It's jely@limebrokerage.com. Yeah, if you email me, I'll hopefully be able to answer your question. I'm not sure what it is that you're asking, unfortunately. But let's go to the list here and let's see who's attending. Pick out a random winner here for our duffel bag. And let's see, I'm just gonna randomly scroll this, and whoever it stops on, it's gonna stop on. And James Connolly. James Connolly, if you are still here, if you type in your address into the questions section and send it through, you know, I'll be the only one that'll be able to see your address. If you put in your mailing address, we'll have our marketing group mail you out the duffel bag. All right, I see a couple more questions. Who do we contact about platform and layout setups and additions? You can always call your sales rep or just our general service group. Our service group can help you out, or your sales rep. The service number is 646-393-4800, option number 1. Or you can just email. If it's something very straightforward, you can email your sales rep or directly, or the service group. It's service@limebrokerage.com. James, if you would like to pass off the duffel bag to someone else, I can pull out another winner if that's what you'd like. All right, we'll give it out to someone else. Let's see who else is here. I'm just going to scroll through it really quick. Barry Luong. Barry, are you here? If so, and if you'd like the duffel bag, just type in your mailing address and we'll get that out to you. A few people said they'd be happy to take the bag, but all right, it looks like Barry is there, and he is interested. Barry, type in your mailing address if you would. Just want to make sure that we send it to the right place. That really covers everything that I have for you guys tonight. I hope you did learn something. Again, if you do have questions, contact your sales rep directly or our service group. We'll be happy to help you out. Just want to thank everyone for attending and hope to see you at the next event. Have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.